So to talk a bit of my background, most of you know, but I'm a trained lawyer in Paris, and then I studied luxury design, and then I worked for a luxury group in Paris for a few years. Moved to New York, worked into interior design, and then started my own interior design company. I just summed up 10 years of my life in 10 words. That's how fast it goes. So today we're going to discuss my purpose. Why do I do interior design? Why is interior design my purpose? Simple answer. I do it because it makes people feel good. It makes me feel good. It makes my client feel good. And in the long run, honestly, it makes you a better person. So that's a bold statement, but let me get into it. Remember that time? I think most of us were there at some point of our lives when we were living in an apartment we hated, either because we were living with the wrong people, because we were trying to save money, because it was dark, because it wasn't clean, because it was outdated, because it was too small. You didn't like that feeling. You went out, you left your apartment in the day with anxiety, stress, not relaxed. It wasn't a good feeling. Now imagine yourself, and I'm sure you do it sometimes, living in your dream home. We all have an idea of what that looks like for us. The one you always wanted, but you thought you couldn't have. So it can be a multi-million-dollar mansion with a heliport on the roof, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. If that's your dream, good for you. What I do is I make your vision that you have in mind, the one that comes again and again and again, sometimes it evolves, I make it a reality. I make it in the 3D world when sometimes you think it's not possible, it's too complicated. I have an idea, but how could I make it real? That's how I help. And it doesn't matter if you're 20, 50, or 80 years old, we all have an ideal home in mind. When we imagine our lives, if, for example, we want to be in the future in a relationship, build a family, you always kind of see the surroundings of where you're going to be building this family in. On the opposite, if some of you are in a relationship and are trying to get out of a relationship, which is, I hear, the case for a few of you, what would that ideal space look for you? How would you be able to spend your days in that space, have a space of your own, do whatever you want in that space, decorate it with whatever you want, and not have the other person's tastes or the things you didn't like about their belongings around you. Or I had this conversation last week. Someone is moving to Costa Rica. They have this idea in their mind. I'm moving to Costa Rica, but it's necessarily attached to a vision of a home, how the space will look like. So a space where you sleep better, where you have room to cook the healthiest foods, where you have a space to entertain your friends so you can have them over for tea, for dinners, for lunches. That makes you more at ease in your life, and it also makes you a better person. Because think about it, you welcome the people in your space. And it makes you happy. You have maybe deep connections, deep conversations. You're happy. The person leaves your home where you were able to hold that space for them. They leave your home happy and with a heightened sense of their energy. And you already created a higher vibe in your life and also in someone else's life. So it's a ripple effect. And your home is one of the most important parts of your life and probably the biggest investment in yourself. That's it for today. I encourage you to send me any questions you might have, and you can do that through DMs. Have a great weekend.